Because King Shaka, when he built the Zulu nation, he used the spear and the blood. To an extent that even when King Shaka was killed, it was on the basis that he could not stop
killing.
Yeah. The family had to sit down and say, hey, every day, and the guy was young in the morning, and he was really good looking, light in complexion, masculine.
Slow that down. Light in complexion.
Yes.
That's not the Shaka I know. The Shaka I know is tall, black, and an 8-pack.
You know, Henry Tele played that part for television very well, but that's not how one would imagine Ushaka if we were to look at the historical facts. If you want to know about kings' complexion, go to their praise singers or read what the praise singers said during his time. For instance, King Cijwayo, if they say inzima lemnyama kandaba engabende bezingo nengonyama, that's complexion. He was dark. Ushaka, they say ulanga liphumela insizwa lantsasa, meaning ilanga maliphuma, yes, it sets, but iliba nemsebe.
When the sun sets.
Yes.
Okay.
Symbolizing his complexion.
Light skinned.
Yes. Even her mom was light in complexion. Usenza ngakhona was good looking to an extent that uNandi, inkosazana uNandi, had to zidlisa satshanyana at the
welcome to the Light Skin Bantu, and yeah, shout out to my brother for Light, because I got that video from his channel, and yeah, that video was very interesting. The interview with the South African historian was very interesting. You see, the modern portrayal of light-skinned black people is not good, especially light-skinned black men. And the reason is because a lot of us don't know history, and a lot of us don't study the contributions of light-skinned people to history. And the portrayal of the light-skinned black man as effeminate, or the mixed man also as effeminate, is a truly dishonest, pathetic attempt to ostracize and even potentially divide the black community. And I think maybe the black community has always been divided, and we've been under the illusion of togetherness. Maybe that is the case. But here's the thing. They had to change Shaka Zulu's image to a darker skin image for it to be palatable and acceptable to people on a TV show, because black people didn't want to see a light skin, which even though it was historically accurate, they didn't want to see a light skinned black person represent that warrior that was Shaka Zulu, even though Shaka Zulu was actually historically described as light skinned. Now, another person that actually, was one hell of a warrior was Nat Turner. Yes, I know a lot of people will be surprised, but Nat Turner was actually historically described as light-skinned. He wasn't dark-skinned. That representation on TV wasn't real. Alright? He wasn't dark-skinned. He was a light-skinned man. Nat Turner, who fought against white people aggressively as Shaka Zulu. In fact, Shaka Zulu was like a man who loved to kill white people. He couldn't even stop killing them, as from the interview. And that is not a good thing necessarily. I'm not saying that is a good thing today. Those were different times. Those were war times. Those were times when people were fighting for their lands and for survival. In today's world, well, it was slightly different. I don't have animosity towards white people, so there. But I'm saying that you more so see a light-skinned warriors who didn't like white people that much, enough to kill them. And that was because of, conquests and, and defense of their homeland and all of that. Now, Turner fought against slavery, killed a lot of white people in the process of that. And, he paid the price. He paid the price. But, today, the image of the light-skinned man is co-opted and, put us for a darker-skinned man. And why, I do not know, because maybe the portrayal as a light-skinned man could never be that aggressive, masculine, dangerous, because they say that we are not dangerous. We are perceived as, we are perceived as, easier. We are perceived as softer. We are perceived as less of a threat by the white man, but that is not true. History actually tells you the opposite, that we were just as dangerous, and even more so, more vicious in that fight for freedom and that fight against colonization and that fight against, slavery than, darker skinned folk. So why is it portrayed that the light-skinned man is the enemy? Now, I've also known that there were also historically cases where light-skinned people did side with the white people. There are historical cases, but there's also a lot more historical cases of light-skinned people being the greatest enemies of white people. Now, the most interesting part about this is that you have another light-skinned person in the name of Jack the Zombie in the Haitian Revolution, who was known, they called him literally the zombie for killing white people. All right. So the French specifically. So when you look at it and how they toss the light-skinned man's image to the side and make the light-skinned woman look privileged, which I'm still looking for the privilege that light-skinned men and women have, because we don't own anything as much as even dark people or white people. I'm still looking for that privilege that we have above black people, and the privilege that white people give us. I'm still looking for it. I'm still looking for the camaraderie between light-skinned people and white people. I'm still looking for that. It doesn't exist. And the Will Lynch syndrome that has originated in the US is spreading all over the globe, and it's killing shit. And like I said, you would say, why is this light-skinned African talking about this? Because like I said, there's the internet, there's TV, and yes, in Africa we watch TV and we go on the internet. And I also, sometimes I school in the UK. So like when you look at it, it's affected globally. This light skin versus dark skin bullshit, it's affected a lot of things globally, and it's making us question, are we even the same people? And that's actually quite a sad thing if you think about it. So like I said, I'm here on the internet not to even, for me, I don't think this is profitable, but I'm here on the internet to join the fight in whatever small way to clean up the light-skinned man's image from this nonsense that has been spread about light-skinned people. It's just nonsense, honestly. So yeah, that's my take on it.